Good ball into the middle for Toop. He'll reverse it the other side. Exley takes it off his chest. Exley! Save made by Johnson. Best scoring chance of the game right there. Good play by Newfoundland and Labrador to reverse the ball to the other side, and Exley took it nicely off the chest and got away a good shot and a great save by Johnson. Corner kick for Newfoundland and Labrador. Nunes curling it in, headed away, top of the box. James didn't get through and sent down the field by LaPierre. Good clear by Matthew LaPierre. Play on, says the referee. To Gould. And folks, we apologize. We lost power here at Wellington Street Complex for just a moment. That's the reason we lost the picture for just a moment. Here, back up and running again. Chipped in towards goal. LaPierre gets a head on it and puts it wide. It'll be a goal kick for Newfoundland and Labrador. Still no score between these two teams. There was one scoring chance while we were away. Taj actually took a good pass on the right side and got away a good shot. Johnson made the save on the keeper for New Brunswick. We are still scoreless. Late in the first half. Wind beginning to pick up here as it clouds over. We talked about the chance of rain this afternoon. Not expected to start before this game ends. But the wind has definitely picked up. It's back in the direction it was blowing earlier in the week. Left to right. Hurley trying to get there. Hurley chips it over the top of the goalkeeper. And it will go wide. Great chance. Patrick Hurley. A couple of good chances for Newfoundland and Labrador in the last few minutes. Again, no score. Gold medal game. This is the under 14 boys Atlantic Soccer Championship. Newfoundland and Labrador and New Brunswick. Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia playing for the bronze on the alternate field. Brody Hardwick. Windsor got a touch on it. Back to Zidane. To Windsor. Back to Zidane. Zidane pushing it forward. Zidane over to Nunes. Alexandre Nunes. Trying to get his cross in. LaPierre comes in. Ball is kept in. Gould will kick it to touch or throw in for Newfoundland and Labrador. Nunes to take the throw in, looking for Windsor. Windsor's got it. Back. Zidane. Zidane towards goal. And taken cleanly by Ryan Johnson. Gould. Back to Peters. Peters up ahead. And a substitution come in for New Brunswick. It's Abdel Salam. Number 17. Griffin Cassidy. Kenny stepped up, broke that up. Good ball up ahead for Nunes. Back to Windsor. Into the middle for Toop. He lost it. Janssen. Stefan Janssen for New Brunswick. Good ball for Abdel Salam. At least it looked like a good ball. Again, just a little bit out of his reach. See, he had space, Ball is put out by Newfoundland and Labrador. We have a substitution going out of the game. Taj Exley. And coming in is number 3, Liam Hennessy. Hennessy wins the throw-in. Headed on by Hurley. Gould will put it high in the air. Peters first touch to Janssen. Cassidy back to Janssen. Zidane and Hennessy closed on Janssen, and Newfoundland Labrador come away with it. Ball through the middle for Nunes. Nunes racing against Savoy. The keeper comes out and the ball is cleared by Gould. And the referee has called the foul right at the edge of the penalty box to Newfoundland and Labrador, Alexander Nunes. Free kick for New Brunswick.
Good try, Alex.
Referee wants him to do that again. Ball was moving as they took the free kick. Gould to Brody Hardwick, being pressured by Hennessy. Get it into the middle to Janssen. Abdel Salam, his first touch, not a good one. Player goes down for Newfoundland and Labrador. It'll be a free kick right at midfield. Ali Zidane to take it for Newfoundland and Labrador. Zidane from midfield. Headed away by New Brunswick. LaPierre on it first. Ball bounces on him, couldn't get clean first touch, keeps it in play. Kenny looking for it. Ball goes out. Will belong to New Brunswick. Isaac Savoy was looking for Janssen. Zidane in there first, working against Rail. Windsor will clear it to the other side. Under 2 to go, regulation time here in the first half. Still no score. Abdel Salam. And he pushed down Ben James. Actually, they're going to call the foul against Jason Rail, and Rail will get the yellow card, number 8 for New Brunswick. The first card of this gold medal game. Colby Stephen kicking into a slight breeze. He will pass it to Ali Zidane. Zidane moves it forward, cleared away by Hardwick. Zidane heads it back in. Anderson Peters. Gould ahead. Griffin Cassidy. Stopped by Zidane. Zidane's had a strong first half. Toop. He stopped, but a foul called out towards midfield. Again, it will be a free kick, Newfoundland and Labrador, into the final minute here of the first half, plus any added time. This one a little bit closer. Might expect to see Stephen try and drive this right towards the front of the goal from here. Stephen, and he does. High towards goal, and just drifted over the top of the crossbar. Great try from Colby Stephen. Newfoundland and Labrador coming close in the last few minutes, but we remain scoreless. We're now into added time. Two for Newfoundland and Labrador. Gould clears it. Hennessy was looking for Windsor. Peters, Cassidy. Cassidy driving it down the field. Rail is trying to run onto it. Hanlon comes out off Hanlon's foot. Reach down for it. Can I mishandle it? Rail has got it. Abdel Salam into the middle. Right onto the foot of Toop of Newfoundland and Labrador. Referee's whistle goes. We are at halftime. No score. 0-0 after the first 35 minutes. First half of this gold medal game between New Brunswick and Newfoundland and Labrador. You're watching the Under 14 Boys Atlantic Soccer Championships. We are live today in Corner Brook, Newfoundland and Labrador at the Wellington Street Soccer Complex, exclusively on 5 TV1. We'll be back with the second half in just under 10 minutes' time. Make sure you come back and join us.
There's off the beaten path, and then there's this place. Newfoundland and Labrador.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a big brother?
So what you want to do this weekend?
I want to go to the Canada Game Center. I want to go swimming on the big yellow slide, which goes outside.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Definitely do that for sure.
Yeah.
Probably go bowling too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids with mentors grow up to be more successful adults. Supporting Big Brothers Big Sisters is a great way to have a positive impact on your community. To volunteer or make a donation, go to bigbrothersbigsisters.ca.
I was approached to see if I wanted to be part of the Dreamcatchers, to work with Nick and Wajo and Robert, and we would go across the country to all 10 provinces and 3 territories, and we would work with young people, generally around the ages of 11 to 13, to talk to them about their dreams, not just for themselves, but for the future of Canada. But we just had our second workshop, and so far it's been mind-blowing with what these kids are bringing to us. It's just been amazing. The kids are so generous with their ideas and their thoughts and their dreams.
A lot of kids my age and other ages, doesn't matter if they're younger or older, they're all like insecure about like who they are, and they always feel like they're lower and that on like a population scale, but really no one really cares. Just be yourself, and by coming here you learn a lot of who you really are and how you should act.
We talk a lot in the workshop about self-confidence and knowing that you have something within you that you should share, whether it is, a gift at math, or you're really good at science, or you're a great runner, whatever that gift is, not being afraid to show it. Because I think in kind of live in a celebrity-obsessed culture. And I think a lot of kids, if all they're getting in more remote communities, if they're getting these YouTube feeds of celebrity culture, sometimes maybe just, enjoying hiking doesn't feel like it's a really big, important gift. Or maybe someone, writing music or composing music, maybe that doesn't feel like that's amazing. And it is. So I feel like in these workshops we're doing, we're holding a light up to these kids and saying, I see who you are. Tell us more.
Worked as a war correspondent. I've seen hell. I've been through it. I don't want nobody to go through that. So I make it a point and help them make the right decision. And then again, believe in your dreams. Do what you want, not what you're stuck with, not what people slated you for doing.
What's really important too is we're bringing people from each community. So we're bringing artists from each community with us to say, look, this person grew up in this province and they look like you and they sound like you and they're living their dream. They've gone and they've gone after this creative dream and they're living it.
It's really good for people to interact with other people that they don't know, and it's a good way to learn things that you've never really known before.
What was your favorite part of it today? What's your favorite activity? What's your favorite thing that you saw? What's your favorite thing that you did?
That I made new friends.
I think we're trying to show them that you might not be able to change the world today, but they can change their world. And I think that's a really big step. And I think that the arts are such a huge, huge, huge part of that change. And they have never been more important. And that's why this project is so incredible.
A message from the Government of Canada.
What's my soccer ball? Well, the air inside, it has superpowers. There are tons of little teachers inside that help me learn about things like collaboration and perseverance. With each kick, those powers get a little stronger. I think it's made out of polyurethane, though.
Give them the chance to discover what their equipment is made of. Give them the chance to play. Visit sportnovascotia.ca to find out how you can help.
There you get a look at the Bowater Pulp and Paper Mill here in Corner Brook. The last remaining paper mill in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. There in the background, alongside the Corner Brook Harbor, in the background. Think of the Long Range Mountains. Beautiful part of the island here on the west coast. From here, you can take a drive to Deer Lake and then up the Great Northern Peninsula through Grossmore National Park. Just spectacular views. And as you come into Corner Brook, great views as well and all around. And a great setting here at the Wellington Street Soccer Complex. As you see the view in the background. We're set to get underway. Big game happening here. Newfoundland and Labrador versus New Brunswick. Gold medal, boys under 14. No score after the opening half. Furlong trying to get to it for Newfoundland and Labrador, taken by Janssen up ahead. To Rogers, he lost it. Bartlett up ahead to Courage. We've got some second half substitutions coming in, or have come in for both teams. Ball's gone out. It's going to be a corner kick, Newfoundland and Labrador. Daniel Courage new in for Newfoundland and Labrador. Jonathan Furlong, number 8, is in as well. New goalkeeper for New Brunswick. Corner came in, jumping on it, and there it's taken by Tegan Robinson. Right on cue, who has replaced Ryan Johnson in goal for New Brunswick. Ben James, that's headed away by Hardwick, headed back by Winsor. Ball high in the air. Running under it, Courage can't catch up to it before Robinson dives out. Clark for Newfoundland and Labrador. Clark, New Brunswick player, is down on the field. It's on the other side of midfield. Ball's put out. I believe that's number 23, Evan Cross, who had just come into the game to start the second half, requiring some attention over on the far side of the field. It will be a corner kick for Newfoundland and Labrador when we resume play here. Cross back up on his feet. He will go to the sideline, back to the bench. Very gingerly. And he will be replaced. I believe that's, well, let's see. I think it's number 3. In which case it would be Ben Davidge. Either that or 9, Keeley. Couldn't quite tell. Driven towards goal. Big save made by Robinson. Okay, Ben Rogers is in. That's number 3. So the new player that came in is Justin Keeley, number 9. Just to clean that up. Corner high in the air, headed away by Rail. Stephen on it first. Looking for Winsor, just a little bit too far for him. Throw in, Burnham. Johnson, his first touch goes over the sideline. Throw in, Newfoundland and Labrador. Ben James. Winsor. We'll put that out of play. While we've got a moment, we're asked at halftime to say hello to an interested spectator in St. John's grandfather of Taj Exley. Told he's been watching all the games all week long. Glad to have you along with us. Actually, I was told to say hello to Taj Exley's grandpoo. That's what I was told to say. So now we've said it. And that's, of course, big reasons why we do the games here on 5 TV1 is for family and friends who can't get to the games. We're pleased to do that for you here from Corner Brook this week. Hennessy cut inside, gives it to Furlong. Furlong, good play by Rogers. To Rail, back to Rogers. Furlong took it away from him. Over to Kenny. Kenny, ahead for Courage. Courage, looking for Bartlett. Bartlett and Hardwick racing after it. Hardwick got there first, but Bartlett's got it, cuts inside. Nice little move, gets the cross in. Then went in behind. Hennessy stepping up. James, and off the outside of his foot. And over the fence, and out of play it goes. The greater chances have gone to Newfoundland and Labrador in the last few minutes of the first half and here early in the second. So you're past the 40-minute mark of the game, but still no score. Off the head of Hennessy and out. Throw in for New Brunswick. Tristan Burnham. Was looking for a rail. Headed away by Ben James. Ball goes out. Free kick, Newfoundland and Labrador. Colby Stephen to take it. From well out. Does have the wind at his back. Stephen towards the front of the penalty area. Kenny couldn't handle it. Taken away by New Brunswick. Kenny ran up the back of Janssen, so it'll be a free kick, New Brunswick. Jack Dickey was in the game for New Brunswick. Will take the free kick. Ball goes out of play, quickly put back in by Burnham. Rogers. Clark clears it. Windsor looking for Courage. Courage racing after it. Hardwick back first. He will watch it go out, so that'll be a throw in for New Brunswick. Kenny towards the middle of the field, cleared away by Dickey. Clark puts it up high, and again, really not much room to maneuver. A couple of chances early for Newfoundland and Labrador, but the last few minutes, most of the play at midfield. That kick was a little high, so it'll be a free kick given to Newfoundland and Labrador. Ali Zidane will take it. Towards goal, but wide and over the goal line. Goal kick for New Brunswick. Robinson. Over to Hardwick. Courage pressuring him. Hardwick and hold off the much smaller Daniel Courage. Ball given over to Newfoundland and Labrador. Hennessy couldn't get a foot on it. Cleared away by New Brunswick. Headed back in by Zidane. Winsor. Hennessy trying to get to it, but Robinson there first. Tegan Robinson, keeper for New Brunswick. Keeley. Back to Hardwick. Back to Keeley. He'll head it on, but taken again by Newfoundland and Labrador. There's almost a turnover. Now Janssen has it. Stefan Janssen tried to push it through, was looking for William Harron, but good defending by Clark. Push by Rogers. Kick to Newfoundland and Labrador. That'll be a throw-in for Newfoundland and Labrador. Hardwick gets around Courage, puts it up towards midfield. Jason Rail and Colby Stephen. Stephen wins it. Ben James. James into the middle. Furlong. Back to Zidane. Zidane through the middle. Windsor. Michael Windsor. Furlong. Chance here. They score! Daniel Courage finally breaks through. After nearly 2 hours of play between these two teams, we finally get our first goal. Nice build-up in the middle. Windsor and Furlong doing a lot of the work. Here's the finish. Daniel Courage beating Tegan Robinson, and Newfoundland and Labrador take the lead here in the second half. A big goal. Teams have had a tough time scoring. Hennessy going out for Newfoundland and Labrador, also number 3 for New Brunswick. Rogers going out. Coming in for Newfoundland and Labrador, Andrew Power. And I believe that's Lapierre back into the game for New Brunswick. They say they played nearly 2 hours going back to the round robin game without a goal, so goals tough to come by. One is huge. Windsor pushing it forward. Hardwick is on it. He will let it go out. It'll be a throw-in for New Brunswick. Throw in Newfoundland and Labrador. Stefan Janssen taken away by Windsor. Windsor for Ben James. James working against Jack Dickey. James and Dickey. James staying with it. Wins it. Back to Power. Power lost it to Janssen. That's put into touch. It'll be a throw-in for New Brunswick. And diving out to get it, Daniel Hanlon, the keeper for Newfoundland and Labrador. Substitutions coming into the game. Newfoundland and Labrador. Going out, Daniel Courage and Jacob Bartlett. Patrick Hurley back into the game. Right now we're set to go. Throw in. Referee wanted to move it up a little bit further. Hardwick with the throw in. Long one. Trying to get through was Harron for New Brunswick. Ball is put out. Anderson Peters. He lost it. Taken by Zidane. Peters getting it again. Harron looking for it against Winsor. They go shoulder to shoulder. And the referee gives the free kick to New Brunswick. Peters will take it. A big opportunity here for New Brunswick, trailing 1-0 in this gold medal game. A goal by Daniel Courage of Newfoundland and Labrador. Peters drives it wide of the goal. This will be a goal kick for Newfoundland and Labrador. "52 minutes gone in this 70-minute competition, 2 35-minute halves. Hanlon, good kick out at midfield. Off the head of Dickey and out of play, a throw in for Newfoundland and Labrador. Power to Zidane. Furlong putting it through, looking for Alex Brothers. Ball goes out. It'll stay though with Newfoundland and Labrador and the throw in.
Let's go Newfoundland, let's go!
Cleared away. Furlong right on it for Newfoundland and Labrador. Wind beginning to pick up. Blowing left to right, favoring Newfoundland and Labrador. It has picked up considerably in just the last 30 seconds. Could become a factor as it was the first 2 days of this competition.
Go! Go, Andrew!
Andrew Power. Right back to Power. He'll put it high in the air. James running under it. Heads it towards the goal line, working against Dickey. The ball goes out. Free kick given to New Brunswick. Ben James ran into the back of the defender. Hardwick. Hurley closed on him quickly. Hardwick a little indecisive. Hurley tried a little turn and go and just got away from him and went over the goal line for a goal kick for New Brunswick. Tegan Robinson. Just pass it over to Hardwick. He will send it up the field. Clark knocks it down for Zidane. Zidane. Brothers. Alex Brothers. Hurley. To Brothers. Brothers is tripped up. The ball will go over, though, to New Brunswick. Visit bellalliant.ca/TV1 to get the TV1 live stream schedule and on-demand content. TV1 is also available to 5 customers in Atlantic Canada on channels 1 and 401. 5 TV1, powered by Bell Alliant. Hardwick's kick over midfield. First touch by Peters. Push it here to the left side. Abdel Salam couldn't catch up to it. Ball rolls out. Throw in for Newfoundland and Labrador. James. First touch went to Dickey. Janssen looking for Peters. Back to Dickey. James will watch that roll out. Headed down by Janssen. Winsor lost it to LaPierre. LaPierre working against Clark. LaPierre goes down. Referee will give the free kick. Another chance here for New Brunswick. Anderson Peters took the last one. He will take this one as well. Just missed on the last one. Sent it wide of the goal. Almost an identical spot. He will try it a second time. Here's Peters. This one. Headed up towards the top of the goal. They score! Jason Rail! Beautifully executed by New Brunswick. Peters took a little something off that one right into the middle of the penalty area, and Jason Rail got his head on it and headed it home, and we are tied at 1. Let's take a look at it here. Here's Peters. The free kick, and beautifully headed by Rail into the top head of the goal. Top part of the goal. Looked like Hanlon may have got a couple of fingers on it, the keeper for Newfoundland and Labrador, but not enough to keep it out. So we are back to even, 1-1. Nice job by Peters. His last free kick he sent, trying to go right at the goal and send it over the top. Had a little too much on it. That time he made the adjustment, took something off of it, and it led to the goal. And a great head by Peters, by Rail. Zidane heads it down. Hardwick steps into it. Sends it down the field. LaPierre trying to race under it. LaPierre pushes it to the right side. Keeley. His cross is taken by Clark of Newfoundland and Labrador. Kept in. Finally, Stephen steps in and clears it. Hurley racing after it. Gould watching him. Patrick Hurley. And Gould. Gould gets his right foot in, puts it into touch. It'll be a throw in, Newfoundland and Labrador. Offside. Giveaway. Winsor towards goal. Save made. He can't pick it up as it was played back by the defender. Newfoundland Labrador saying he touched it with his hands. The referee blows the whistle to explain. All the Newfoundland Labrador players were saying that Tegan Robinson touched it with his hands. The ball came in. Robinson made the save. It then came to the defender who pushed it back towards Robinson. He started to reach down to pick it up. Question was, did he or did he not touch it with his hands? If he had, it would have been a penalty kick for Newfoundland Labrador. Referee says no, he did not. He recognized just in time that he couldn't pick it up, pulled his hands back and just had it go off his body, but an interesting moment. Cleared by Hardwick. And also interesting that there was so much complaining by the Newfoundland and Labrador team that the referee actually stopped the game for a moment to explain his ruling. Furlong, Winsor, Zidane, Andrew Power, James pushing it through, but there first is Johnson. James got a head on that. Dickey, up in the air, headed away. Abdel Salam missed it. Here's a handball called against New Brunswick. So Colby Stephen will get a chance, wind assisted here. From about this location last time, he just played it to the front of the penalty area. This time he'll drive it towards goal. Playing on, and it just goes wide. From here, it was tough to tell, but it just missed that near goal post. It went off the head of a New Brunswick player, so it will be a corner kick for Newfoundland and Labrador. Jonathan Furlong will take the corner for Newfoundland and Labrador. It's Furlong's corner. A useful one. Comes to the side of the goal. Cleared away right off the goal line by New Brunswick. Stephen is on it. Defended by Abdel Salam. LaPierre continuing to go. LaPierre with some speed. His cross. Looking for Anderson Peters. A little out of his reach. Hanlon will watch it go out. Throw in Newfoundland and Labrador. Great opportunity off that cross by Furlong. Ball came right to the goal line and then cleared away by New Brunswick. Johnson lost it to Hurley. Played ahead by Kenny. Ball went out, throw in Newfoundland and Labrador. And there's a big push in the back. It'll result in a direct kick.
That's yours, Colby.
Will again be taken by Colby Stephen. Stephen, top of the penalty area, headed away. Furlong's on it. He lost it. Cleared by New Brunswick. Zidane first touch keeps it in. Now Peters has it for New Brunswick. Peters working against Furlong. Peters comes away with it. Up ahead. Janssen. Stopped by Power. Winsor. Winsor. Continuing on. Referee says play on as he was tripped, but continued possession. Played the advantage. Finally taken away by Davidge. Abdel Salam. Winsor looking for it. And Winsor, the two-handed push on Abdel Salam. The whistle goes, free kick for New Brunswick. Zidane goes high in the air to head it down. Furlong trying to get to that loose ball. Free kick, Newfoundland and Labrador from the middle of the field. We all know who's going to take it. Substitution for Newfoundland and Labrador. Going out, Ryan Kenny. The goal scorer, Daniel Courage, back into the game. Stephen. Low to the front of the penalty area, cleared away. Brothers. Taken by New Brunswick. LaPierre. Power closed on him quickly. Robinson will watch that go over the goal line. Goal kick for New Brunswick. Dickey. That's off. The New Brunswick player and over the sideline, throw in. Power will take it. Power. For Hurley. Hurley down in the corner for Newfoundland Labrador. Dickey watching him. Hurley gets the cross in to the far post. Brothers couldn't get a head on it or a foot on it. Watches it roll out. Throw in for New Brunswick. Hardwick. Up at midfield, taken by Davidge. Janssen. Offside flag. Rail was in behind the Newfoundland Labrador defenders. We'll move the ball up a bit for Stephen to take the free kick. Crossing where the offside flag went up. Again, wind assisted here. Stephen drives it high into the penalty area. Ball comes free. Still loose. Battle for James and Abdel Salam. Corner kick, Newfoundland and Labrador. Oh, let's change that. Actually, the referee wants to talk to Abdel Salam. It's going to be a goal kick for New Brunswick. Let's get this right. Thought the referee had pointed to the corner first. Tegan Robinson. Winsor. Furlong. Zidane. Courage. For Brothers. And the ball goes out. Watch the East Coast Sports Show only on 5 TV1. Host Scott Squires takes you around the Atlantic region for a closer look at local sports. East Coast Sports Show is available to 5 customers in Atlantic Canada on channels 1 and 401, as well as online at bellalliant.ca/TV1. 5 TV1, powered by Bell Alliant. Windsor on it. We are into the final minute of regulation time. Abdel Salam. Last touch by Power. Throw in for New Brunswick. Headed down by Power. Furlong trying to get to it. Rail. Stephen will put it high in the air. Hurley trying to get to it. It's put out by New Brunswick. It will be a throw-in substitution coming in for Newfoundland and Labrador. All right, we are at the 70-minute mark. Referee indicating just 1 minute. Substitution will not come in. 1 minute of added time. Headed away. LaPierre stopped at center, ran into Courage. LaPierre called for the foul. Free kick for Newfoundland and Labrador. Now they'll get their substitution in. Power will go out. Stephen, he has the leg to drive this to the goal. So again, we are in added time. Here's Stephen. It's a good kick towards goal, right to the keeper. Robinson's got it. His kick, not a good one, but gets to Davidge. That goes out over on the far side. Hurley. Top, Winsor with a chance. Winsor on the right foot. Winsor scores! Michael Winsor! In the last dying seconds of added time, Michael Winsor off the right foot delivers what is likely the winning gold medal goal, the golden goal for Newfoundland and Labrador. Play underway again, but only seconds remaining. Headed away by Zidane. Ball goes out. All right, let's take a quick look at that winning goal now while we get this throw in. Here's Winsor right at the top of the penalty area and drills it home. And as we look at the replay, the referee's whistle goes. The celebration is on. Newfoundland and Labrador win the gold medal in the under-14 Boys Atlantic Championship in the most dramatic way possible, with a goal in added time with just seconds remaining. Micah Winsor with the golden goal. Congratulations, Newfoundland and Labrador. Gold medals. Congratulations, New Brunswick. Silver. They take away a gold and a silver from these championships. They won gold in the under-13. They take a silver in the under-14. What a game we've had here this morning, and what a finish. It couldn't have come down to anything more dramatic than that. And that will then bring an end to the under-13 and under-14 Boys Atlantic Soccer Championships. It has been a great week here in Corner Brook. We started Thursday morning. We had 3 days of round-robin competition, and then these two gold medal games today, 14 games in total on 5 TV1. It's been a pleasure to bring them to you. But now, after 4 days, it is time to say goodbye from Corner Brook. On behalf of Mark Chafe, Tristan Clark, Cody. What's your last name, Cody? Gardner. Cody joined us today to operate the second camera. Cody Gardner. My name is George Scott. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Watching the under-13, under-14 Boys Atlantic Soccer Championships from Corner Brook here exclusively on 5 TV1. See you at the next event, everyone.